Hi y'all, welcome back to AstroMotivation. My name is JupiterJames, where I awaken the astrologer within you and aim to give you a little inspiration and motivation per your unique placement within your birth chart. You know, I really do feel that before a time of iPhones and iPads and I this and I that, we were a culture and a society that were better able to look up at the stars and understand exactly what the universe wanted from us. And it is with that language that we were able to look down at our birth charts and understand exactly the assignments we've been given in this life. That way we got to our dreams further and faster. And so if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. Today we're gonna get into Neptune in the third house. Now, Neptune in the third house is gonna give me the energy of someone whose mind is always on creativity and spirituality. You are going to be someone that has a very creative and very nebulous mind and is probably also a little bit psychic in some areas as well. But before we go ahead and unpack those aspects, let's go ahead and separate the aspects. That way we are better able to understand the individual information and do more with it than we are just to do with Neptune in third house, all right? That way when we see Neptune out in the world, we can go, okay, that's giving me Neptune energy. And when we see third house in the world, we can go, okay, that's giving me third house energy, you know? So with Neptune, as an astrologer, for me, Neptune is going to show me the magical, ethereal qualities of a person. It's also going to show me where sometimes this person may not be able to quite grasp that area only because it is very nebulous or just out of reach in their consciousness in their brain. They may not know or not be well equipped to handle that area, so they rely on bigger forces to come in and assist in that area. You know, they leave it up to the universe. And so let me give you a story. So I was talking to a friend and she's dating and she's going through what she likes and what she doesn't like. And she was dating and she was saying, you know, the guy that I like him, but he does not believe in God. He doesn't believe in spirituality. And so I can't really date him because that's a deal breaker for me. And I had to correct her and say, no, no, no. Everyone sees God and experiences magic and God, or the thing that they deem God, in different areas of their life. They may not be someone who comes right out and say, oh, I believe in God or I believe in the universe overarchingly, or, you know, in a big general sense, but it's just about being able to pinpoint where that person experiences God. You know, some people see God when they're hiking. Some people see God when they're cooking. Some people see God when they are, you know, at their job or when they're giving service to others. And it's just about finding that area of life where they experience that magic or where they feel that sense of, okay, this is the most magical thing in my life. This is the most nebulous thing in my life that I can be a part of and that I can witness. And that is what Neptune shows the astrologer. It shows me in the birth chart where this person feels that nirvana, sees that nirvana, and is also, you know, they go, okay, that is nothing but the universe at work playing out for me in my life in this area, okay? So that's Neptune. Now, with the third house is always going to be ruled by Gemini, and it's going to give qualities of your mind and your communication, okay? It's also going to show me the dynamic you were with your siblings. How were you with your siblings growing up, and how you are in your immediate surroundings in your life, how you are in your neighborhood, what your neighborhood is like, you know? And also the third house is going to show me, I don't know if I said this already, but it's gonna show me like your communication forces, how you talk and what you're always thinking about. Now, what happens when we throw the Neptune into the third house? Neptune in the third house is going to give me someone who, when they speak in a very nebulous, spiritual, magical fashion. This could give me someone who could be always talking about creativity, who, if a normal person was to speak to this person, they'd be like, I just don't get that person. But if a spiritual person was to talk to this person, they'd go, oh my God, wow, that person is the most creative, in tune person I've ever talked to in my life. That person's so creative. You are someone who's going to be very creative in your mind and in your speech. You're only gonna wanna be talking about these things. You're only gonna wanna be thinking about these things. You are gonna be just very like, your mind is on spirit, your mind is on magic. You are always going to be fine-tuned to see the magic in your life and where that is, and only be focused on that. And if it's not focused on that, you aren't present. No, no, I'm on a pursuit for magic. Gotta go, you're boring me. Like, you're gonna be very much like that, you know? So with this, you could be a very good singer. You could be very creative, and you could sing. You know, Neptune is a higher octave of Venus. Remember that. And Venus is already in itself gives qualities of art, but Neptune takes it up to that next level where, in my mind, I don't know why, but it really does indicate like singer for me. You could be someone that is very soothed by music. You love music. Like music just does something to you, and that's because Neptune rules music. Neptune rules the creative arts, and you could have a very creative mind. You could be a painter, you could be a drawer. Anything revolving around art and using your mind in it, you could excel at it, and you can be very good at it. And it could be something that you, if you did those things, if you would just try, you would surprise yourself and surprise others with how good you are at those things. Talking about spirit, talking about astrology, tarot cards, you could even be a preacher, you could be an astrologer, you could be a magician. Anything that it requires you to tap into the higher realms, you could be that and do it very well, and your Neptune will be satisfied when you do that, and you will be received well. You know, when you talk to people, I don't want you to be afraid of getting on that level or becoming woke or being nebulous in your speech. I want you to just continue to be the way that you are, because the right people will find you, and you will probably find yourself around the right people. You can be very soothing and healing within your speech. You can transport others with the things that you talk about to different realms in the things that you talk about. You probably, again, this could be someone that likes to escape in the mind. You could be someone who loves, you know, you love the sauce. You love, you know, you like that. You love to escape into different realms, into different dimensions. You probably have a very active dream life. When you are sleeping, you go into just different planes. You probably love to sleep. You know, you love a good nap. But that's gonna be Neptune in the third house. Someone very highly creative, very in tune with spirit and the cosmos, and someone who is only going to be present with you if you are present with them in their search for knowledge of the universe and talking about the universe and talking about spirituality or art or dance or creativity in some shape or form. I would highly suggest you doing something with music, or, you know, preacher or something like that, where you are talking about spirituality or using your voice in a very creative manner. Could be very good for you, and that's why I just keep going back to music. But you could be very successful in that. I would really highly suggest that. But don't be afraid of, I know sometimes you look around and you're probably like, oh my God, like everyone is so normal and they want me to be normal and nobody gets me and nobody understands, like, and why don't they understand? Like, why can't they just why can't they see the magic in life like I see the magic in life? But that is the gift that you've been given. You've been fine-tuned to see the waters that we live in. You know, the waters, by the waters I mean the ethereal ether that we all swim in. You know, some people can see the magic that we're in and some people can't. And for you, your mind is fine-tuned to see it and experience it and only want to talk about it. And you only are gonna want to talk about creative things. And so I don't want you to run away from that. I want you to continue to satisfy that placement by continuing to search for videos in your spare time on astrology. Continue to read books about those things. Continue to be a force of spirituality and only talk about those things. And the more you do, the more doors will open, because it is all about staying on the path, not running away from it. And the placements in our chart shows us that when we express these things and we exude these things, it is when the magic happens. You know, it's showing us the code and how we will be the most successful. And it just so happens that you will become your most evolved and you're most successful when you are creative in your mind and you're focusing on spirit and the magic within this life, okay? So stay alive, stay magical, stay your amazing Harry Potter self, your amazing magical self, and you will only witness and see God. But okay, if this sounds like you, let me know. But while you're at it in the comments, let me know the sign that your Neptune in the third house is, okay? You could also let me know the sign that that's in, and I will write back what you could be experiencing with that. You could have also been the spiritual brother or sister in your family. Like between your siblings, your other siblings didn't really, you know, they weren't as woo-woo as you, but you could have been that for your brothers and sisters. You were probably the creative brother or sister. You were probably the son or daughter that was very creative, and amongst your siblings, maybe your other siblings didn't jive or get that, but they just accepted you as the spiritual, creative sister that was always singing in the room, or always playing with her crystals in the room. Or you could have just been the sister that probably kept to herself and was a little like aloof a little bit, because sometimes that could give, Neptune can give that energy of either you are doing spirituality with me, either you are creative with me, or we don't communicate. That's what Neptune is. It's either we are spiritual, we're swimming in these magical waters together, or we just don't get it, we don't jive. And that's, you could have been that way with your family and with your siblings, as far as like, this is who I am. Either you guys accept me for my spirituality, or I'm just gonna be in my room with the door closed, you know, until you get with it, I'm gonna get lost. That's very much an energy that you could have been as well. But yeah, I really do hope that you guys got some insight and some encouragement from this video and with this placement, because it is a very magical placement, especially to have your mind on spirit all the time and on magic and creativity all the time. But I think I'll see y'all on the next video, okay? Y'all have a great day. Bye.